And without elections, the United States wouldn't be what it is today. So we want to give you guys a big, big thank you for doing that for us, okay? This is going to be a huge election, So don't be surprised on election day if you have lines from 6 in the morning till 6 at night. I can almost guarantee you that you will probably be having them. We're voting a satellite office down in Newburgh. And as of Monday, we have already did 6,510 absentees. Yesterday at the library, we did over 600. Today, when I left there at 4:30, around that time, they had already did 400, and they had 3 more hours to go. So we're looking probably close to 9,000 absentee ballots the time absentee voting closes. We're telling you guys, as poll workers, to go and vote absentee before you go to the polls, even if you're in your home precinct, because something could happen. Some ladies got called today to work. They haven't voted absentee yet. They're not going to their home precinct because it's be working. So go ahead and get your duty done. That way, you won't be calling on election day and going, hey, I didn't get to vote, okay? Because that could happen very easily. The parties have been a little lax in getting us the names. We will tell you that some of the boards still aren't finished. That's why the inspectors are not getting a list of their poll workers until Saturday. You never do, but usually they're filled by now. But they're still changing workers on us, okay? They gave us a list today of 10 more names, and some people they've changed around again. So, you know, we don't have any control over that, so we're not getting out that list until Saturday. This is my last election. It's kind of bittersweet. I've met a lot of nice people and made a lot of friends. But you guys have always done a great job for me, and I appreciate that. We will tell you a couple things. By this being a federal election, we need every T crossed, every I dotted, okay? So you need to be very aware of what you're doing at your polling place. We have already been visited by the state police. They want to know how we're going to lock things down for a federal lockdown, okay? When we go into a federal lockdown, everything is locked down, and you might be called in to testify to what happened at your polling place, okay? So just be aware of those issues. All the races are tight and close, not just from the president, but also the county offices, okay? So you need to be well aware of what's going on. We will also tell you that the Secretary of State has asked all counties to be aware and to have a backup plan, A, B, C, and D, if there is a major catastrophe or something that disrupts the election in our county or throughout the state of Indiana. They have said the election is going to go on that day. It won't be postponed. So the backup plan is that each one of the commissioners has decided in their precinct or their boundaries where there is going to be an emergency place to go for voting, okay? What happens is the inspector needs to have a good phone number for you guys that's going to be working the polls, okay? Because we will call the inspectors first, because they will have the equipment. They will then call you as the workers and tell you where to go to, okay? At that point, it will be out on the radio and news media of what's going to happen from there, okay? If there's a major thing, like the tornadoes that happened in 2006, the commissioners will have to make that call, and we'll have to get a hold of the State Election Commission and find out what they want us to do from that point on. But the election will be held in Ward County. The way the process will work, we're not exactly sure on some parts of it, okay? The county police, sheriff's department, the state police, and each town and city officers are on alert that day. They will be coming in and out, not literally in your precinct, but they will be coming and going through your precinct. What I am telling you guys to do, if you have a problem with somebody at your precinct, you need to call 911, tell the dispatcher you have an emergency, you need an officer there now. Then you get on the phone and talk to me, okay? This is the phone number you need. 897-6160 is for a voter problem. 897-6160 is a voter problem. 897-6161 is for a machine problem or a mechanical problem. There is only one line to that, okay? So don't be calling that number if you have a voter problem. The person doesn't know where they go vote. If any of you have a laptop that's wireless and you want to take it to your voting precinct, you can always put in IndianaVoters.com the voter's name, first, last, and their birthday, and it's going to pull up where that voter's registered and what precinct they vote in and where that's located, okay? But a lot of people don't have a laptop, okay? So then you'll be calling the election office. That 6160 number will have 10 rollover lines. There'll be people sitting there to answer those questions for you. But don't tie up the other line for a voter question, okay? Anybody got any questions about that? Good. Also, the feds will be down. They'll be going to certain precincts. One of the things that the Secretary of State said, that if they come into your polling place and they don't see the information, which is the Voters' Bill of Rights, the photo ID law, and the instructions on how to use the voting machine, they will close your precincts down immediately and call me. I won't be a happy camper, folks. Okay? That's the main thing. Get those things up before you start voting people, okay? Because that's one of the things they're going to look for. If that's not up, they're going to close you down, okay? This is a huge election. All eyes are on you guys, okay? You're the ones down there in the trenches doing all the hard work, remember? Yes?
Is there a specific spot they have to be or should not?
They need to be someplace that the voter is walking past them or that the voter can see them, especially the photo ID. These two right here, these need to be hanging right before the voter goes in to see the inspector, because this talks about the photo ID law. Remember that came into effect in 2005? We've all been, using this for quite a while, and all the people down that come to vote absentee has, just whipped out their driver's license a lot of times. They already have it ready for us. What has to be on a photo ID for it to be good in Indiana? Picture. Your name. Does it have to be exactly like your name? No, it can be conforming. If your name's William and it's Bill on your driver's license, a lady might have got married, not got her license changed yet. So conforming, it doesn't have to be exactly. What else does it have to have? Expiration date. An expiration date, okay? And it has to be issued by who? State of Indiana or U.S. government. Okay. What's a viable one? I'm a snowbird and I go to Texas, but my name's right here on Indiana in the voting book. So I'm going to come in on election day and I'm going to say, okay, Mr. Inspector, here's my photo ID. It has Texas on it. Why not?
Gotta be Indiana.
Gotta be Indiana. They cannot use a driver's license from Texas or any other state, okay? Has to be Indiana. If they don't have it, ask them, do you have a passport? Passports work, okay? What else works?
Military ID.
Military ID. Sometimes on the military ID, what it's going to say for the expiration date? Indefinite. Or retired.